All right. Okay. Yes. Nice. Okay. I think I'm online and I'm live. All right. So today, I would like to talk about just two things. Okay. Just two interesting things. Okay. Okay. So, by the way, um, just today, I think Temasek and Berkshire, these two um, big funds, they have released their 13F filings. So what is 13F filings? So 13F filings are for the hedge funds or for the really big funds, and they have to submit their filings um, of their holdings in their portfolio to the SEC, okay, in the USA. Okay, so today, today is 17 May, okay, Singapore time, um, 7:30 p.m. now. So two of the funds I have been following for the past several years. So Temasek and Berkshire, they have released their 13F filings. So let's take a look at Temasek's 13F filing first. Okay, so you can get to see Temasek Holdings 13F filing from here. All right, so the website is actually wellswisdom.com. Okay, so in fact I have already transport this data over to the Excel sheet already. Okay, so let me just launch the Excel sheet. Okay, over here. Okay, so if you look at my tab, right? Okay, so this is the T fund, I mean Temasek fund Q1 2022 filings. All right, so I just want to focus on their top 20 holdings, okay? Because they have too many holdings. But anyway, beyond the top 20, the holdings are quite insignificant. Like I would say, like less than 3% of their portfolio. Okay, so I will just focus on the top 20. So the top 20 holdings in Temasek Holdings are 13F filings. Uh, 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 Actually tally up to 75.5% of their entire portfolio. Okay, so the rest of the portfolio, um, which is I would say not very significant. Okay, okay. So what is interesting here, right? What's interesting here? Um, Probably before I talk about their Q1 2022 filing, so maybe we can look at the previous quarter's filing as well. Okay, in uh, 2021. Okay, so in 2021, just zoom in first. Let's focus on the top 20. No, this is not top 20. So I have to clear the filter first. Did I clear the filter already? I think so. Okay, so uh yes, over here. So I need to get the filter and then sort by the percentage of the portfolio. Okay, yeah, here they are. So let's focus on the top 20. Okay, so yeah, over here. So the rest just hide the rest. Okay, here you have the top 20 for the previous quarter. Okay, so for the previous quarter, The top 20 holdings in the Temasek fund tally up to about $22 billion. So you can just use the sum function. Okay, so about 22 billion. Okay, and the biggest holding is BlackRock. Okay, BlackRock over here. Okay, and let me check the. Okay, so what you have here is the market value. Okay, I think you can see here the market value as of first of no as of 21st of January 2022. So January of 2022, okay, the Temasek Holding reported the previous quarter's holding, okay, which means 21st of Jan 2022, they reported their holdings from Q4 of 2021, from October to December of 2021. Okay, so their holdings from October to December 2021, but as of 21st Jan 2022, the value has dropped to about 19 billions, all right, from 22 billion, okay, from 22 billion. I'm just talking about their top 20 holdings over here, okay. So you can actually do a calculation to see how much paper loss they have incurred. Okay, so they lost close to 14%, okay, in Q4 of 2021, okay, for their top 20 holdings, okay. So besides the loss they incur, I mean the paper loss they incur, so you can also look at the top 20 holdings in their portfolio, okay. So I think you see a lot of familiar names here, like BlackRock, okay, PayPal, Bill.com, Baba, Visa. This is Biogen, which is China biotech, okay, which I'm not so familiar with. Mastercard, Roblox, okay, Metaverse. Okay, if you are into the Metaverse, then you will know about Roblox. Okay, so I would say their top several holdings are mainly in fintech companies. Okay, yeah. So fintech, the term fintech has been used widely, and I have a feeling this term fintech have been overused in the past several years just to boost the valuation of the companies. Okay, so they just call them fintech, but most of them they are just traditional financial companies. All right, but they like to call themselves fintech just to boost their valuation. Okay, so never mind about that. So you look at their top 20, right? So for the Q4 2021, so you can actually see that they are very much into the fintech space. All right, so and then now the latest filings, okay, which reported yesterday, okay. So the yesterday's filings reported the Q1 of 2022, okay, from Jan to March. So which is here, okay. So let me just zoom in. All right. So yes. So I just want to focus on the top 20 once again. Top 20 of its portfolio. So the market value from last time has dropped to this this value, okay. So it has a negative 19% drop, okay, paper loss, and the amount is about minus 4 billions. All right. So over here, I think Temasek Holdings came down together with the market. Okay, so just for those who don't follow the market very closely, S&P 500 dropped close to, I think, in the vicinity of 15% to 20%. Okay, so it depends which day you look at it, but it's in the range of 15% to 20% drop from the peak. So for Temasek Holdings, okay, it dropped 19%. So I would say it's pretty reasonable. Okay, because I think Temasek Holdings they are more exposed to the tech industry. So the tech has a meltdown recently. So lots of tech companies, they just crashed. Okay, some crashed up to 90% or more. Okay, so let's look at some of their top holdings here. Okay, so you see some of the very familiar names once again: BlackRock, Visa, Bill.com, PayPal, Mastercard, Baba, and then this is a healthcare. Okay, it's Thermo something, which I don't know, which I don't need to know as well. So SPGI, okay, so interesting. So SPGI, right? They recently added in. So you can look at this quarter first own. So it's Q1 2022, which means they added SPGI in Jan to March 2022. Okay, this is a new addition to its portfolio. Okay, which you don't see in the previous report. Okay, Q4 of 2021. Okay, so you can see I have highlighted some names here like Visa, SPGI, Dash, Amazon, SCHP. By the way, SCHP is a ETF. Okay, okay, you can, okay. So let me finish this before I Google SCHP and take a look what it is. Okay, in more detail. So some of these names highlighted in yellow. Okay, the Temasek Holding either added to it or just purchase it as a new addition. All right. So some of the interesting names are Visa. So for Visa, right, you can see here, the previous percentage of its portfolio is only like 4.6%, and they upped ante to 5.57% of the portfolio in this quarter. So they added some Visa to their portfolio. Okay, and Amazon, yeah, so one of my favorite stocks. All right, they also added Amazon. So previously, Amazon constitutes 1.78% of the portfolio, and after they added in Q1 2022, so the percentage increased to 2.35%. Okay, very minor adjustment, minor addition, but good to see they added to Amazon. Okay, yes, so these two, SCHP and this GOVT, I will say I don't know about these two, and it's also the first time I learned about these two. Okay, so this is also one benefit from reading the 13F filings from the hedge funds. Okay, you get to learn new things. So let's go ahead and look, do a search on. Okay, so you see when I just put the cursor there, you can see that this is Charles Schwab US Tips ETF. Okay, so my understanding of this ETF is basically it tracks the US Tips Treasury notes. Okay, so let's just Google it. So we're talking about SCHP. Okay. All right, here you have it. So if you look at the chart of this swap US tips ETF, right? So probably we should look at just the 1 year. Okay, so over here, I think is let me see if I can superimpose this onto the 10-year treasury. 10-year treasury. If I can do that, then probably you can see the big picture better. So let me just get 10-year treasury note. Yeah, so when it comes to investing, I think we have to do some homework. And by the way, not some. I think you have to do a lot of homework, all right, in order to understand and in order to win in the market. I mean, it's a bare minimum. Okay, so over here, let me just go to a 1 year. Okay, this is 1 year. Okay, good. So let me just crop this out because I need this to superimpose on top of that SCHP ETF. I'm not sure if there is a link, but anyway, I am learning as well. I'm learning. I don't claim to know everything, by the way, so I'm also learning. SCHP. Let's see. All right, here you have this. Okay, so first thing first. So like I say, this swap US tips ETF is new to me, but somehow I have been following the 10-year US 10-year Treasury note for quite some time, so I know a lot about. Yeah, so personally, I think I know a lot about the US 10-year Treasury yield. In fact, there is not much for you to learn about. So basically, this is the 10-year Treasury note yield in the US. Okay, so right now the yield is at 2.924%. So if you buy into this 10-year Treasury notes today, so basically you are getting a 2.924% return per year for the next 10 years. Very simple to understand, right? Okay, so you can see the yield from June of last year is hovering at so let me just estimate this value. I think is in between 1.5 to 2, so I guess this is more like 1.7%. Okay, so from last June is 1.7%, and now it has risen up to 2.924%, okay, as of today. So you can see that this chart here, I think, is a reflection. If you're talking about if this is the mirror, right? If this is the mirror, right? So if this is the mirror, somehow I think you can see that this chart here and this chart here, they kind of like, they have a mirror image, right? Can you see that? Okay. So what I'm trying to say here is this: the yield goes up, okay, here, okay, this TIP, this TIPS ETF, right, will go down. Okay, so this is my observation. Okay, so in a way, right, if this 10-year Treasury note keeps going up, I don't know, maybe it will go up. Okay, maybe it will be flat, maybe it will go down. So let's take a take a choice. Okay, if the yield start to go up, okay, my guess is this TIPS ETF will continue to go down. Okay, this is just how it works. Okay, so this TIPS ETF, right, actually goes in the opposite direction of the 10-year Treasury yield. Okay, so let me try to guess why Temasek bought into this TIPS ETF. Okay, so my guess is, let me see if this TIPS ETF was the latest edition or they just added to it. Okay, so I should go to the previous slide. No, by the way, this is mathematics. I'm also teaching mathematics, by the way. So SCHP, if you look at this, okay, by the way, they added to it. Okay, the previous percentage of the portfolio is only 0.67, so now it's 2.34%. So I will say this is a very significant add to the existing holdings, right? So looks like, so what's the signal here? Okay, right? What's the signal here? Why Temasek is doing this? So I will say, so they bought some in the Q4 of 2021. Okay, and they added a lot more from Jan to March. This is Q1 2022. So they added a lot more. So I think it's pretty easy for you to see, right? Okay, I think, let me try to guess. Okay, I don't know, but let me try to guess. My guess is Temasek is actually betting on the yield coming down. Okay, why I say so? So if you look at the chart here, so right now is at this price, right, for the tips. Okay, if the yield, so the 10-year Treasury yield is at about 3% here, so 2.924%. So let's take it as 3%. So if the yield start to come down, so what is the reaction in the TIPS ETF? It will go up. Okay, because the TIPS ETF goes in the opposite direction of 10-year Treasury yield. Okay, so they are bet on this TIPS ETF. My guess is they are betting the yield will peak here and will start to normalize. So in a way, normalize means normalize to what it used to be. Okay, like to this 2%. Okay, in fact, the Fed wants the 10-year Treasury yield to be about 2%. Okay, that's their target. Okay, so yes, so the signal is Temasek is betting the yield has already peaked at 3% and it will start to go down. Okay, that's why they are betting. They are using the TIPS ETF to bet on this fluctuation in the 10-year Treasury yield. Okay, yes, this is my guess. So please have your own judgment and decide for yourself. Okay. All right. So with this analysis by myself and my guess, so let me jump to the next 13F filings, which I find is more interesting. Okay, so the next 13F filings is from Berkshire. Here, Berkshire. Okay, so yes, for Berkshire, it has many stocks. So, but I'm not going to talk through all of them because I don't have the knowledge to talk through all of them. So let me just try to minimize it so that I can do a full crop out of the entire. Over here, I don't think this is the entire portfolio, but I think it's significant enough. Okay. So Right. Okay. So once I get it to the PowerPoint, and then I can do whatever I want. Okay, good. So this is the 13F filings by Berkshire, and Berkshire is run by Warren Buffett. Okay, one of the best investors out there, and he's 90 years old. Yeah, about 90 years old. Okay, so the entire portfolio value is about 363 billion. Okay, so the portfolio we look at just now is only like 20 billion. Okay, so this portfolio size is okay. So 20 B to this, so you can do a calculation. Okay, 1.5. Okay, more than 1.5. Is it more than 1.5? 10? No, 15. Okay, it's more than 15x, 15 times larger. Okay. Uh, by the way, this is a holding company in the US. Okay, and Temasek Holdings is a sovereign fund. Okay, so just pause for a while to appreciate how big this Berkshire Hathaway's portfolio is. Right. Okay, so after the pause, so let's look at some of the new purchase by Warren Buffett. So this one stands out, OC. Okay, OC, Occidental Petroleum, is a energy major. Okay, so it's an oil company. Okay, so it had, I mean, Berkshire had a how much? 7 billion. Okay, 7 billion invested in OC. But I think as of now, but okay, hold on. This is a Q1 report. Q1 report means Jan to March. But today is May already, mid May already. So from March to mid May, right? I believe Warren Buffett continue to add to OC. Okay, so I think Warren Buffett's holdings in OC is definitely more than 7B as of today. Okay, because I think last week he still managed to add to OC. Okay, so in fact, yes, so his invested amount in OC is much more than 7B. Okay, I'm not so sure how much, but I can Google it and check it out. But yeah, so I don't have to. Okay, next, Chevron. Okay, CVS, Chevron is another US oil major. So the investment amount for Chevron is close to 26B. Okay, so he's very much into energy major or oil major. Okay, so this is a very, very clear signal. Okay, by the way, oil price right now I think is hovering at $110. Okay, so it's very simple. The business is very simple. So if the oil price can maintain at this $110 level per barrel, so these two oil majors, they have to make money. Okay, and by the way, every barrel they get out of the earth, so it's a pot of gold. All right, so they used to call oil is black gold. Okay, in fact, it's black gold at the moment, because now oil is very, very expensive. Okay, so yes, so the one clear signal from Warren Buffett's 13F filing is he's very aggressive in buying all the oil majors. Okay, you can tell from these two investments. Okay, the next one is interesting. Is the next new purchase is HPQ. HPQ is a laptop printers hardware companies. Okay, they sell printers and laptops. Okay, yeah. So the investment amount is 3.8B. Okay, 3.8B. So I don't want to talk too much about HPQ because personally I also don't know too much about HPQ, and yeah, so I just leave it at there. But this interesting new purchase, right? Citigroup, right? It really surprised me. Okay, the investment amount is about 3B. Okay, and Citigroup. Okay, so for Citigroup, so Citigroup is a bank, is a U.S. bank, but I think Citigroup has international exposure. Okay, so I think Citigroup, I think for I'm not too sure, but I am more sure than I'm not sure. So I'm very sure that Citigroup just shut down their Russian operation, and they have sold their Southeast Asia business to either UOB or DBS. Okay, so Citigroup is in the process of streamlining their operation. Okay, so I don't have much knowledge in Citigroup, but it's really a surprise for me to see um, Berkshire Hathaway uh, purchase Citigroup. Okay, because I don't have very good memory of Citigroup as well. So I read a book about Citigroup, and uh, Citigroup has left a bad taste in my mouth. Okay, ever since after reading the book. So it's really a surprise for me to see they bought into Citigroup. But okay, so Citigroup is just a very small percentage of their portfolio. I think you can see, right? It's less than 1% of their portfolio. Okay, so okay, but we are talking about 3B. Yeah, 3B is less than 1% of the entire portfolio. So 3B is a lot of money, by the way. Okay, but it's only like less than 1% of their portfolio. All right. All right. So okay, this is also a very surprising addition to their portfolio. Paramount Global. Okay, so Paramount Global actually the investment in that is 2.6B. Okay, and Paramount Global used to be called Viacom. Okay, and Viacom is a media entertainment company, but it's a much smaller company than Disney. All right, so um, I'm not too sure whether Warren Buffett make this decision into buying Paramount or his assistants. Okay, he has a few assistants, by the way. So his several assistants, they are also managing some billions of money. So this purchase here, okay, into Paramount might be made by the uh by his assistants. Okay, I don't know. Who knows, right? Okay. Another interesting addition is this Macau, MKL. Okay. So Macau. So I know Macau. I'm quite familiar with Macau. Okay. The reason. So the investment amount is how much? Okay, not much. So it's 620 million dollars. Oh, by the way, 620 million is a lot of money, but just in the grand scheme of things in Berkshire Hathaway, it just constitutes 0.17% of the portfolio. Okay, 620 million is a lot of money, but in 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 this um in this forest of Berkshire Hathaway is a tiny plant, it's just like a tiny flower. Okay, but actually on its own, 620 million is very big amount. Okay, so I'm pretty familiar with MKL, Macau Corp. So Macau Corp is what I call baby Berkshire. Okay, baby Berkshire. So they are actually cloning the I mean Macau is actually cloning the business model of Berkshire. Okay, so what is Berkshire's Hathaway's business model? Okay, so for Berkshire, okay, so it has its insurance. Yes, Berkshire is an insurance company, by the way. So it has its insurance arm. It also has its operating businesses like the railroad and then energy and a lot more. Okay. And then the third one is their investment. investments partial stake in marketable security. So what is marketable security? Basically is stocks, mainly stocks. All right. So if you look at this, okay. By the way, I'm trying to just point out the key, okay, the key businesses of Berkshire. Of course, they have a lot more. Okay, but I just want to summarize. Okay, give you a brief summary of Berkshire. So Berkshire is an insurance company. So whatever premium they get, so their insurance arms, right? They get premiums. Okay, so with these premiums, so Berkshire will use the premium to invest in marketable security. Okay, and at the same time, they also have operating businesses like railroad, energy, and plus a lot more. Okay, so the cash flow, so they have cash flow from their operating business as well. So their cash flow, they also invest into marketable security. Okay, so that's how this is basically the gist of Berkshire's business model. So they get premiums from their insurance companies, and they also get cash flow from their operating business, and then they just invest all this cash flow and then premiums in marketable securities, mainly stocks. Okay, so similarly, the baby Berkshire, in fact, I don't have to erase Berkshire. Baby Berkshire, Markel, okay, operates the same way. Okay, so Markel is cloning the Berkshire business model. Okay, so I'm also a shareholder of Markel, by the way. Okay, so let's go back to the Warren Buffett's 13F filings. Okay, so yes, he sold most of its Verizon communication shares. Okay, so this does not surprise me because I think he lost money on the Verizon investment. He lost not much, okay, on this Verizon investment, but he lost money. Okay, so this is for Q1. So from Berkshire Hathaway and Temasek. Okay, so I think that's all for today. I think today I've shared enough. So have a good day ahead. Yeah, bye bye.